OMG BBG! Welcome back to another unboxing video, guys. We have more Beyblade X Hasbro goods this time. This is the Extreme Battle Set, and in my opinion, an essential product if you want to get started with Beyblade X, because it comes with that brand new stadium. And if you don't have that stadium, you basically can't play with Beyblade X.
It's slightly different than the Takara Tomy version, but still, it's got the gimmick.
Yes, sir. The new gameplay is awesome. Obviously, we've been playing with it for a little while now, but for all the people that are Hasbro collectors, this is going to be brand new to you, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So we did do a quick introduction on a lot of the products that are dropping with the initial launch of Beyblade X. Go check out our mailer unboxing if you guys haven't already.
Yeah, man, this stuff just dropped in North America.
For those of you that are new, on the side of the box here, it tells you how you score points. Survivor finish, 1 point. Knockout finish, 2 points. Burst finish, 2 points, and the new Extreme finish, 3 points. This battle set comes with 2 bays, the brand new stadium, and 2 launchers. The launchers are the entry style ones, so you definitely want to go and pick up a string launcher or that winder launcher that is sold separately.
If you guys are new, this stuff is compatible with the Japanese products as well. Hasbro is trying to give you that whole Takara Tomy experience.
This brand new black and green stadium looks really good right now, but we do know that there has been some changes, so yeah, I can't wait to take a look and dive into that. As for the components of the stadium, you have the knockout zone, the extreme finish zone, main battle zone, and of course the accelerator rail, which is your extreme line.
Other than the stadium, this set also comes with Dagger Dran, an attack type. The parts it comes with is Dagger Dran as the blade, a 460 ratchet, so 4 points of contact, 60 in height, 60 millimeter that is. Then for the bit, we have Rush.
Yep, and the other Beyblade that we get is Tusk Mammoth 360T, a Hasbro exclusive, balance type, right spinning. So it's pretty cool because we do get a Takara Tomy design and then an exclusive Hasbro design. It would be nice to compare them. And that pretty much wraps everything up around this box. So with that said, let's go ahead and unbox it. But right before we do that, remember to like this video, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next video. You can find us on Instagram at Geek Dosage and on TikTok at BeybladeGeeks Official.
Open it up.
Let's go. Oh, black, nice. Yo, it does seem smaller. The stadium, I mean. Like this right here, dude, it looks tiny.
That means it changes everything.
Yeah, I don't know, like, are we gonna like this? Okay. Definitely has a more like oval shape than like a square and then a round stadium, you know what I mean? Like the battle area is very round itself in the traditional stadium from Takara Tomy. Yeah, we'll see, I guess. So yeah, let's take everything apart. All right, everything is opened up. Let's start off by talking about the launchers. This is the entry style launcher that we saw from Takara Tomy. They're pretty darn small and honestly, pretty difficult to get a good grip on it, especially if you're launching hard. Are they the worst launchers we've ever seen come out of Hasbro? Definitely not. But I do recommend you go out and buy that separate winder launcher or buy the Soar Phoenix Deluxe string launcher pack that we just unboxed and use that string launcher. Now onto the bays, let's talk about Dagger Dran first, or Drawn Dagger. Pretty solid attack type, honestly. 6-bladed design. Not the best in its class by any means, but very solid. The 6 blades are kind of like medium in length. They're not like super big blades. This is meant to be a barrage attacker, so this is a very traditional shape.
The performance itself is actually just okay. But if you do like the barrage style attack types, then maybe this is the one for you.
Yeah, honestly, a pretty solid bay to include with this set because it was locked behind the Drawn Dagger deck set from the Takara Tomy world. And what's funny is that when I was in Tokyo during the UX launch, I was trying to find extras of these, and it was like impossible to find no matter what store I went to. So I guess in similar fashion, if you want a Dagger Dran, you'll have to buy this set. As of right now, you won't be able to buy it separately in a booster pack. Moving on to the ratchet, we have 460. So the 60 height is good for attack types, obviously. Being that it's 4-sided, not the best. You can throw on 360 or something, which will be better. Which is actually included in this set as well. Overall, not the best ratchet to have for your attack type combos. And now onto the rush bit. So the idea of the rush bit is to allow you to extreme dash or use the extreme line / the accelerator rail more by reducing the amount of gears that are on this bit. If you compare it to a standard bit, the rush bit has 10 gears instead of 12. By decreasing the amount of gears and spacing them out a little bit further, it attaches to the accelerator rail easier.
The downside to having less teeth is that when you're on that extreme line, your Bey don't actually accelerate that fast. The bit's got some decent stamina though, so that's good.
At least for us, we did find that the durability of the rush bit is a little bit on the lower end. We actually broke one of them in our previous battles. Hopefully you guys won't run into this issue. Now onto the next Bey, the Hasbro exclusive, we have Tusk Mammoth. And the first thing I thought of when I quickly took a look at this Bey was that it looks very similar to Hell's Scythe or Scythe Incendio.
So just like before with the Hasbro exclusive designs, they take clues from other designs and then modifies it a little bit. We have also sometimes seen that these Hasbro exclusive designs were kind of the rejects from the Japanese designers.
Yeah, the shape looks similar, like it's probably been tweaked a little bit to obviously differentiate it, but it does have that Hell's Scythe look to it. It's pretty round overall. It does have a few jagged edges, but nothing crazy. You don't have any big blades. Will it be as good as Scythe Incendio though? Who knows, we're gonna have to test it out. But in terms of cosmetics, it doesn't look that bad, honestly. For the ratchet, we get 360, so like I mentioned earlier, pretty solid ratchet, not a bad part to have in your collection, great for attack types. You can definitely replace the 460 that you have with your Dagger Dran with this one. As for the bit, we have Taper or T. This is also the first balance type bit that we got from Takara Tomy. It looks like a whole flat bit that's being molded into a cone shape. So it performs somewhat like a semi-flat. You can definitely get some good speed with this one, but not as aggressive as pure attack type bits.
You could get some pretty interesting movements from this, hence it's a balance type.
Now for those of you that are new to Beyblade X, let's talk about burst resistance quickly. The design of the shaft on your bit is going to determine the burst resistance. As you can see here on Rush and Taper, this midsection here is really thick. This piece right here locks in your ratchet and prevents your ratchet from turning. Here's a side-by-side with a bit that has low burst resistance. You can see the difference right away. All right, and since we have the blades here, let's go ahead and scan it into our Beyblade X app, our Hasbro Beyblade X app.
Find that QR code in the back. You guys can scan it into your game as well.
Oh, there you go, Dagger Dran. Next up, Tusk Mammoth. Nice. Now we should be able to see our bays in the bay locker. Yep, Tusk Mammoth. Right there. And then our Dagger Dran. Sick. Now let's weigh the bays. From our previous unboxing of Soar Phoenix, we know that there's not that much of a difference between Hasbro and Takara Tomy, so I'm not expecting anything crazy here.
It's Hasbro version, 43.01 grams. Okay, that's normal.
Yep, pretty standard. Okay. And now our Tusk Mammoth.
40.41 grams. A little bit
that's
lighter.
Getting a little bit close to the 30s. A little bit on the light side for sure. So you guys know what that means. Like as a stock combo, Tusk Mammoth might get bullied in the stadium. We'll have to find out. And now we can take a look at the stadium. Probably the most exciting part about this, at least for us anyways. It does come with a few clips and pretty simple. Just install them like so.
Pretty standard.
And it locks in the lid. But right away, if you guys are familiar with the Takara Tomy design, it's definitely smaller. Definitely smaller. But once again, we've seen something like this before, right? They don't always copy the Takara Tomy Stadium exactly. There are some changes. For example, the Pro Series Stadium is basically like the standard type base stadium from Beyblade Burst, but they revamped it a little bit. So this is a little bit smaller and yeah, I don't know, a little more oval shaped. Not really sure how I feel about it yet.
Yeah, it does really feel like they just took the Takara Tomy version and then just squished it down a bit. Even the circle became an oval. Is there enough room for the bays?
Yeah, the shape difference is very apparent in this side-by-side view. Like this definitely has a decent amount of length, like going down, or height, sorry, like this. So since it's oval, obviously the bays still need to travel around, right? So it has a decent amount of space here to do your extreme dash, but yeah, so much rounder in the Takara Tomy Stadium. And frankly, I think it's gonna be a lot more fun in the Takara Tomy design. This being a little bit more cramped, it's gonna be even more chaotic. Sometimes that's a good thing, but Beyblade X is already very exciting, so I don't think you need to shrink it. The knockout zones, they do have a different shape compared to the Takara Tomy pockets, so that's one thing that I spotted here too. We'll see how that affects battles. Nothing left to do but try out the new stadium. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Okay. Yeah, it still embodies Beyblade X gameplay, so I'm like not that mad about it just yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely smaller. Definitely smaller.
It's kind of funny looking because it makes the Beys look like they're huge.
Yeah, man, I don't know, like, it's gonna take some time to getting used to for sure. But I guess like if this is your only stadium, like, you know, you're a Hasbro collector, this is all you have, this is as good as it gets. Like, it's not bad in that regard. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Oh. Woo.
Okay. Not a lot of space for them.
Okay, guys, honestly, still really good gameplay. Wow, Tusk Mammoth takes me out.
A lighter doesn't mean it's the worst.
3, 2, 1, let it rip.
Oh, the rush. Okay.
Oh, burst.
Mammoth takes it, and again.
Yeah, I don't know, like the smaller size of the stadium, it does seem to make it even more chaotic than previous. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
It was already good enough.
No, because like, especially if you have 2 attack types going at once, that's when you will really feel it.
3, 2, 1,
go shoot. Let's go, Mammoth. Oh, nice example.
That nice knockout. I don't know if there's as much potential as the Takara Tomy Stadium for comebacks when you actually get into that pocket. The pocket does have a different shape, like we mentioned.
Yeah, introducing a brand new stadium to the game definitely changes the strategies.
All right, that was a lot to look at, but that is everything that is in the Xtreme Battle Set from Beyblade X, the very first battle set that Hasbro has released.
Guys, this is just the beginning for Beyblade X and for Hasbro, so if you guys are nearby a store, go and check it out.
Yeah, to be honest, if you don't get this set, you won't really be able to play or use Beyblade X products as it's intended to be, so this is kind of essential to your collection, really. Without that stadium, like, how are you gonna battle properly, right? So even if you don't like the bays that are included in this set, it's worth it for the stadium. Hopefully we'll get a separate product later on in a different color as well, and different colored extreme lines or accelerator rails. So that will be really cool. But that wraps up our unboxing. If you guys want to know a little bit more as to what else has dropped, make sure you check out our mailer video because we got a ton of products from Hasbro and we're going to be unboxing all of them. So stay tuned to the channel, okay? All right, we'll see you in the next one. As always, geeks out.